What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you have a like button, please hit that like button. More likes, more hooligans. I'm going to read through the chat first to make sure everything is running smoothly, and then we're going to go over the schedule for the day. Because yesterday, when I tried to go live and update all of you, we had terrible technical issues going on with the live. And so I got to make sure everything's running first. Because yesterday I spent 20 minutes talking to myself. Let's see. Oh, of course, today we'll have problems as well. Alright, great. Well, I don't know why my life has to be full of problems, but it is. So I had to pay for a different service now to try and reach all of you because everyone lets me down when I pay for these services. But it looks like we are live on Rumble, and I think we're live on D Live now. What the hell is this? Advertisement? Get that out of my face. We're looking good over on Kick, and we are on Twitch. Are we still good on GoofTube? We are still on GoofTube. It's all good. I think we're good. I think. Oh yeah. What about the website? Of course, can't forget that. Wham. Come on now, do the thing. Are we good? Oh, we're good. We're good. All right. Awesome. So we'll be starting off with a video titled "We Have to Vote Biden Out." It's a Kari Lake video. She's running for Senate, I believe it is. So she's been campaigning that we gotta vote old man Walter out. He's ruining the country. 8 out of every 10 Americans believe he is doing a terrible job running the country. So we'll be covering that. Then we have a video titled "New York Liberals Lament, I don't know, cry hard about strategies to lunatic Trump." It's a street interview from person to person, and have them just cry real hard about how much they don't like Trump and the lack of reasoning they have. Then we have a video titled "Moments After Judge Issues Gag Order on Trump. He Immediately Tests It," because that's how the Orange Eagle gets down. Trying to silence his speech. Of course, he goes over to True Social and lets you know how he really feels. Then we have a video titled "Dad Wears Crop Top and Jean Skirt to Protest School Dress Code Policy." I remember being in school, you couldn't wear a hat. Now there's girls trying to show their cheekers out the bottom of their dresses and whatnot, their skirts. And the school's trying to pass it because the school's full of pedophiles, which is great. Then we have a video titled, well, we'll be wrapping things up with a video titled "3 Alabama Hospitals to Stop Delivering Babies." And I think that's kind of crazy. I also wonder how people will feel because the whole deletus fetus, cure yourself of pregnancy situation, that's become a scarce thing in certain states, and a lot of people celebrate that, and a lot of people cry hard about that. Now you can't even push a baby out. You can't be crapping babies in certain areas because the hospitals aren't going to help you when you go through it. And that's kind of like the other side of the coin. Those things shouldn't be related, but they're both considered women's health care, and so because of that, they are kind of related. I don't know, really weird. Plus, Elon Musk was saying that's going to be the downfall of us, that young people are having less babies than ever before, and we're going to hit a point where all the old people kick the bucket, and we don't have a lot of young people to refill those jobs in those places in the world, and it can cause a collapse of some sort. He's been warning about it for like a year or two, but either way, we'll get to that when we get there. I'm going to read through the chat really quick and say hello to all of you. We already did the technical aspect to see if everything's running, and it is, and I'm happy to see it's running. But either way, I want to see all of your smiling usernames. What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Annette? Happy Freedom. What's up, 10 Man? Appreciate all of you guys being here on the website. You guys are actually watching an embedded Rumble live video because the player was being goofy. But either way, I made sure that you guys didn't miss a thing. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? Happy Freedom. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Shannon? What's up, MU? What's up, Matthew? What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, Let's Go, Brandon? What's up, Shannon? What's up, Silver Wolf? What's up, Peyton? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you being here. What's up, Snooks? Just in case I missed you. Don't want to miss you. I appreciate you, Snooks. What's up, Serum? What's up, AD? What's up, TJ? What's up, Crystal? What's up, Christy Star? What's up, Space Baby? Space Baby, I got your email. That's an awesome suggestion. I didn't get a chance to write you back. I think too hard about it, I think. I get these emails and I overwhelm myself because I want to be very clear on what I'm saying back, and then I worry, and then things get wordy, and then I don't know what to do, and then I just abandon the whole project. But I did get your email, Space Baby, and I appreciate the advice and the feedback. I think those are good ideas as well. So thank you for sending me that. Let's see. What's up, everyone over on Kick? Happy Freedom. What's up? On D Live. Now we're on Kick. What's up, everyone over on Kick? What's up to Rosa? What's up, Tom Tom? What's up, Joe? What's up, Cat's Eye? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate you all being here. I'm hitting that chapstick emoji. I'm having me a time today. What's up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tom Tom? You're omnipresent. Snook's omnipresent, obviously. What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? What's up, Cornish? What's up, Mercy Rain? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you being here. What's up, Bunny Game? Snuck in just in time. Just in time. And what's up, everyone over on GoofTube? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Mike Drop? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Dad? Let's see. What's up, DP? What's up, Gypsy? What's up, Firmus? What's up, Raja? Space Baby, you're omnipresent. Happy to see it. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. What's up, Rhonda? Happy freedom, all you hooligans out there. I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and get this started. We'll be starting with this first video titled "We Have to Vote Biden Out." Once again, this is a Kari Lake video. She's been in the press a lot. She's doing like daily interviews, which is good. She's top of mind. Top of mind. Not like old man Walter, but it's top of ass. It's top of mind. First, I want to remind you guys, go get you a Free the Orange Eagle t-shirt, tank top, zipper hoodie, pull over hoodie. You can get a coffee mug. We got stickers. They're not Rumble stickers, but they're stickers nonetheless. We got stickers like this too, if you didn't know. These are awesome. I love these. Yes, you can check all that out on the merch store. If this isn't the design of your choice, you can get you a Screaming Goat. Again, comes in many different items and whatnot. You can check it out. You can get the bars and stars. This is one of my favorite shirts. This right here, either way, I'll drop the link in the chat while you guys are watching this first video. You can go check out all the different designs we have.
New polling, though, revealing 78% of Americans feel the country is heading in the wrong direction. 78% can see them taking us down this terrible path. That is a terrible poll if you're an incumbent going into a re-election. Kari Lake is one of many working to turn things around for this country, running for Senate in the state of Arizona, and she joins us now. Kari, good to have you back on. Nearly 8 in 10 Americans think that Biden is driving this country into the ground. I can't fathom what that feels like to see a poll like that when you're the president.
Yeah, it makes you wonder who the 2% or the 2 out of 10 who think things are going in the right direction are. I mean, we're on the verge of World War III if we already don't have our toe dipped in it. And we have a wide open border with dangerous people flowing across. We can't afford gas. Our grocery bills have doubled. Our streets aren't safe. You can't even walk through the grocery store parking lot without looking over your shoulder and worrying if you and your kids are at risk of being mugged. And if you own a business, you have to worry about crime wiping it out. So we're in a really bad place. And I think that the very stark difference between 2.5 years of Joe Biden and his disastrous policy and the 4 years we had with President Trump are waking people up, because everyone's saying, wow, our lives were better. We could afford things. $1 under President Trump is only worth 85 cents now. We can't keep going in this direction. And that's why President Trump is working so hard. Look, he's got a great life. He doesn't need to do this. Yeah. He's really worried about the direction of the country. And just like me, and that's why I've jumped back into the U.S. Senate race, because I'm worried about the people that are running for Senate in Arizona. They are a rubber stamp for this disastrous policy, Rob. I mean, just look at the energy policy that President Trump had. We were energy independent on our way to being energy dominant, and Joe Biden on day one, hour one, stripped that whole thing back. And now we have to be at the whim of countries that just don't care about America, that don't care about American values. And it hurts our economy. That caused the inflation to start spiking.
Yeah, no, it's an equity administration. They've said that from the very start. And when you look globally, equity for the United States would mean us dropping down several pegs in order to, in their minds, help lift everyone else in the world up. That's their ideology, and that's exactly why we're feeling this. And in every part of this regime, we're just feeling like we're just taking hits left and right. I want to show some more numbers from that poll. Biden's approval figures have taken a very dramatic fall. He was at 61% when he took office. That was his approval. Remember, everybody thought he was going to be the moderate that was going to come in, and it was going to be just nice and quiet and peaceful. There wasn't going to be any big explosions like with Trump. A year later, that had plummeted to 43. In 1 year, he went from 61 to 43, and now the numbers have done a complete 180 from when he became president. He's at 38% approve, 61% disapprove. And what's so fascinating, Kari, is that most politicians would see a trend like that, and they would reverse course, and they would just run the country the way that Joe Biden, pretended he was as a senator for all those years. Back in the 90s, he was always kind of a goofball, but he was at least somewhat pragmatic, and he was more of a regular Democrat. He wasn't whatever this is now, and they don't learn anything. They just keep doubling down on it.
I don't think he can. One, I don't think he's smart enough. I think he has had some obviously cognitive decline. But beyond that, Rob, he's controlled by the people who bribed him. We know he's taken bribes from the CCP, from Ukraine. We know about his horrible, disastrous deal in Iran that is partially, if not mainly, to blame for these horrific Hamas attacks on Israel. He can't change course because, one, it would prove that he was wrong, and I don't think he's got the ego that could handle that. And two, his handlers, the CCP, Ukraine, everybody who's willing to give him a bribe, won't allow him to change course. So the people of this great country have to change course for ourselves. We have to vote him out. We have to vote every Democrat who has rubber stamped his horrific policies out. And we need to bring America First people into office, into D.C., into our states, into our local offices, and finally get things back on track. And that's why I've been for President Trump since even before he announced he was running. We know that he prioritized America. He put America first. And I believe that Americans of all stripes, whether they're Democrat, Independent, or Republican, are ready for that again. As I said in my speech the other night announcing my candidacy for U.S. Senate, there's not a gas pump for Democrats and a separate gas pump for Republicans. We both are suffering when we fill up our cars. Democrats don't get a inflation discount card. When we go to buy groceries and feed our families, we are all struggling. And one thing that's really hit people hard, beyond what's the national security risk and all of that, is the crime on the streets. The homeless population is spiking out of control. In Phoenix, it is the fastest growing homeless population. Inflation is hitting Phoenix the hardest in the country. In Arizona, we are suffering greatly, and it's not just because of our wide open border, but that's contributing to a lot of it.
Certainly is. Kari Lake, always good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rob.
Well, I say that all the time when we cover President Trump. When he speaks, it's like he just speaks to everyone. He speaks to everyone and anyone listening. But when Old Man Walter speaks, it's always directly to Blue Team and to hell with all the MAGA people. That's how they get down. I say that every time we cover either or. Old Man Walter only speaks to Blue Team, and President Trump speaks to everyone. And that's kind of what Kari Lake was saying that she's trying to do, is trying to sway some blue votes by the realization that all of us are sitting here shoulder to shoulder eating shit together. It doesn't matter if you're red team or blue team or conservative or liberal, or you hug trees or drive a Subaru or you walk around conceal carrying. It doesn't matter. We're all sitting here eating shit together. We're all in this together. That's why it doesn't matter if you don't like each other and stuff. We have to find ways to unite, because otherwise we're not going to be able to beat the machine. And that's what's going on. They have us so divided amongst each other over every little thing that we can't see it's us versus them, not us versus us. I don't know. I like Kari Lake's perspective she's putting on it, and I kind of like Kari Lake for the most part. I think she's really direct. I love when she's doing interviews with reporters, because she'll just straight call them liars and stuff like that, and I love that. I'm all about that, being direct and being honest big time. I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and then we'll go ahead and move forward. I also just added to the list because I totally forgot about something I wanted to tell all of you hooligans. Let's see. Anna, she forgot about all the rhinos who went across the aisle to fund the blue and yellow country. Yeah, we need a reset, and Congress needs a big reset. Hair Juicer, who takes these polls? I've never seen them or prior to the results. Same. I've never been anywhere in life and had somebody be like, "Hey, we're doing a poll right now. Tell us how much Old Man Walter sucks." Never in my life have I experienced that. But every time the White House is on and KJP comes staggering out smelling like booze and shame, she's always like, "Well, the American people want this according to our polls and our stupid charts and all this stuff." And it's like, well, who did you ask? Because you didn't ask me. You didn't ask any hooligans that I know. They're out there just making those numbers up to prove their point. Just like the news. You know, they just say whatever they want to push their agenda. It doesn't matter what's fact or not. It's who can cry the hardest and the loudest. That's how they play the game. Let's see. Let's reading through really quick. Matthew, there was a Kari Lake talk show. I think I remember that. It's not the same person, though. Let's see. Space Baby, I'm not sure what you're referencing there. Zero, you're having issues with Rumble. Are you using the app or the browser? What's my bitrate at? My bitrate should be good. Hey, I appreciate you being here, MU. Silver Wolf 43% is what it was when Old Man Walter started. Yeah, he hasn't been doing good at all. Since before they put him in the office, he hasn't been doing good. He's never been doing good as far as I know. Flipping through. Silver Wolf, you're under a time restriction. Well, I hope you get it done. You do badass work. I hope you get it wrapped up before the time limit happens. Christy Star, sorry about your car. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. There just isn't anything I can do about it. I was really heartbroken about it yesterday. I shut the live down. I just went to sleep and slept 10 or 12 hours or something. There's nothing I can do about it. The shop was telling me, they were like, there's no way you could have known. There's no way I could have known that there was a crack in the bottom of the block of the new car. And they JB welded it to hide it. Actually, speaking of all that, I contacted the seller of the vehicle just for shits and giggles, just to see. I assumed he was going to be like, fuck you, and then block me. But he didn't. I told him that he tricked me and that I took the car to the shop and that they found a crack in the block and they're telling me to call the police. And he was like, not wanting the police. He was not wanting to talk to the police because I know his phone number, I know his address. He invited me in his house when I bought the car. I know right where he is. And there's no lemon laws here. The police aren't going to do anything. Nobody's going to do anything. I'm pretty much screwed. But I wrote him anyways, and I expressed all of this to him, and I was like, look, if you could give me some money back and help me fix this car, we'd be square. And he seems interested in that. He said all he has is $700 left of the $4,000 that I gave him, but he's willing to give it to me if I could figure out how to get there, which is like an hour and a half away from me. And of course I don't have a ride or anyone to help me because that's the theme song I run to. And I'm trying to persuade him to use Walmart to Walmart to send me the money. And it's very difficult because he doesn't speak English. So we're doing a lot of translating and simple talk and things like that. But I want my money if I can get it. $700 hairs is $700 hairs. And although the $1,500 to do a motor swap from my gold car to my blue car, $700 would help that process. So we'll see how it goes. After that, I'm supposed to go pick up the blue car today because they can't even crack its chest open until Thursday. So I'm going to drive it with a blown block, with a cracked block in the car for the next 2 days because I got stuff to do, places to go. I'm starving to death. I have no food. I have no toilet paper. I don't have anything that I need. I'm like this close to building a fire in my living room to stay alive. I don't have anything. I'm about to go hunt squirrels out the backyard and get the job done. Playing Survivor at the house. But we're going to see how it goes. That's all I know at this time. That's the Subaru update for today. The Rose, Ricky Lake. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. It wasn't Kelly Lake that I was thinking. It was Ricky Lake. Now I remember. It's all coming together now. Thanks to Rosa. Bidenomics is the best. Yeah, that's what's happening to all of our pockets and stuff. Every time we can't afford anything, just be like, thanks, Bidenomics. Thank you. I don't know. It'll be good when we get Trump back in office. Orange Eagle. Let's see. Reading through the chat really quick, and we will be moving forward. What's up, Robert? Happy freedom. You guys talking about new speaker? Are they voting on speaker right now? What's up, Malvita? Happy freedom. What's up, Independent? What's up, Linda? Make sure you hooligans are hitting that like button. Get these likes up. What's up, Anthony? Happy freedom. Joshua, yeah. They're not going to fix 2020, though. They're not going to do that. It needs to be done. But what's up, CB? Happy freedom. Hair Juicy, yeah, Ricky Lake. Yep. Somebody on Rumble was saying Kelly Lake, and I think I was confusing it for something else. I think I was confusing it for Ricky Lake, or they were confused and we were just confused together, and that's fine. That's fine. Alright, we're good to move forward. I want to show you guys this. I added this in to the schedule really quick. It's not terribly important, but just more stuff going on. Rumble put this out on Twitter. They've started a partnership program like many of the other live streaming platforms. YouTube does it, Twitch does it, and stuff like that. This is a way to earn more money through Rumble, is being a part of the membership program. I'm already the real deal. I got the green Dorito chip next to my name and everything over on Rumble because Rumble takes it seriously. They also sent me a sticker, which I'm very excited about. It's more than YouTube ever gave me, and I've only been on Rumble for a year. Maybe 2 years, I don't know, something like that. But either way, they just started this small creator partnership program, and I completed it right before the live, and this is what they gave me. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I get approved or not. It's just something to help everything out. Plus, I think they'll help give us priority when bandwidth stuff happens. So like if we're on Rumble and then Trump goes live, all of a sudden we start having issues, and it's because of the influx of people coming onto the Rumble platform. If you're part of the partnership, or if you have a contract, like Louder with Crowder has a contract with Rumble, when the server starts getting bogged down, people with contracts have priority, so they get to be bumped to the top of the list while the rest of us start buffering out of control, or we have 500 errors and things like that. So hopefully being a part of the partnership program would make it so we get some priority. So if Orange Eagle's live or whatever's happening, we're not automatically going to be screwed on Rumble like it's kind of been hit or miss lately. Instead, we'll actually get server bandwidth, and we should stay steady. Instead, we'll see if they approve me or not. I believe I meet all the qualifications, and we'll see how it goes. 10-man speaker vote headed in second ballot. Jordan lost first vote. Jeez, who's he losing it to? Who's the other person besides Jim Jordan? Serum, Crowder can't stop shilling for Vivek. Does Crowder like Vivek? Is that what's going on? I watch Crowder in doses. I don't have a lot of time to sit there and watch the whole thing. I don't know if he was on the Vivek train or not. Vivek seems he's just a little too fake for me. He's got to hang around a little bit, gain some trust for me to really see what he's got going on. But it's Orange Eagle all day. So until the Orange Eagle goes and does his last 4 years, that's all I got focus on for me. Space Baby Fat Bottom Girls is a great song. It's a thing to behold. There's nothing quite like it. Let's see. Serum, he loves Israel. Nah, I love America. I don't know anything about Middle Eastern countries. There's a lot of people getting canceled for that, I guess. They've said one way or another about the Middle East, and I guess their audience is like mass reporting their accounts and stuff like that. I'm seeing lots of videos on that. I don't know. I don't know why people feel so strongly. I wish people cared that much about America. Let's see. Crystal Heart, the hearing is frustrating. I believe it. I can't stand all the fake talk they do on the Senate floor or the House floor or whatever it is. They get down there and they tell their sad story, and then somebody comes up and they tell their sad story, and they were so scared and poor and brokenhearted, and their children cried for their safety and da-da-da-da-da. Because it was such a large dump they had to take in the bathroom. Nobody knew if they were going to survive. Glitch McConnell had a stroke in front of it's just crying all the time, and I can't stand it. It reminds me of J6 all over again. It's like all over again. Get up there and tell your sad story and sway the vote. Time to be dramatic. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom. Matthew, swap the motors. That's all I got. This is to do a engine swap, which is fine. It's just it's gonna take 2 weeks, and it's gonna cost $1,500 plus. That's what's killing me. I spent all the money I had on the car, so we'll figure it out. What's up? What's up, Tweakster? Appreciate you being here. Shadows, Trump for speaker. Trump was supposed to go to D.C. and throw his own name in the pool. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know if it didn't come true or if the day hasn't come along yet. I'll have to get an update on that. DeRosa, Hakeem Jeffries. I don't even know who that is. I didn't know who Scalloped Potatoes was either, though. So I mean, I guess I don't know enough of them out there. What's up, neighbor guy? Happy freedom. DeRosa soap operas. Yeah, that's why I don't cover a lot of the Senate, House, Congress crap. It is soap operas. Just flipping through really quick, and we're gonna move forward. What's up, For Right? Happy freedom. What's up, War Cry? War Cry. When you get back over the cheeky chops, okay? I like the cheeky chops. The War Cry's all right, but all right. What's up, Rip Curl? Happy freedom. So we're gonna be moving forward to this next one. It's titled "New York Liberals Cry Hard About Strategies to Stop Lunatic Trump." Now I'm gonna leave the beats going because they got their own little music in the background. Last thing I want to deal with is YouTube's copyright crap. You'll still be able to hear everything. You're just gonna hear double beats playing, and tis what it is. Just pay attention to the crying. Try not to get too triggered, because there's a couple times I was watching this and somebody said something just out of their ass, and I'm just like, what? So just now we're starting with the screaming goat. Just know they're gonna say some triggering stuff, some totally moronic, imbecile, soft and stupid comments will be made during this whole street interview process, so be prepared for that.
What's the big plan to stop Trump?
Be a little bit more aggressive.
I don't know if there is a plan.
I don't remember.
To stop Trump, just ignore him.
You're paying him a lot of attention today.
I got paid to be here today.
So they're paying people to be here today.
Show me the money!
Why do we need a plan to stop Trump? Don't you just have to beat him at the ballot box?
It's not working, so we need new ideas.
You need to cheat.
Got a plan.
Uppercase T, uppercase P. The plan.
I thought the plan was just for Joe Biden to lock him up. What happened to that?
Biden is doing the best he can.
Trump would for sure do that.
He didn't.
We did it, Joe.
If we stop Trump, does that mean the border stays open?
The border is not open.
That's not the biggest problem we have.
Trump is.
No, the fact that we have people who think it's okay to give up their freedom.
I feel pretty free.
What are your rights that are left?
Freedom of speech, freedom of the press. You're here right
doesn't
now.
have any freedom.
You're right. Joe Biden doesn't like to answer questions.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Are you going to stop Trump today?
We're going to work on it.
What about crime and inflation?
What about it?
Why do we need to stop Trump?
Look, I was very clear when I was up on stage.
Test scores are down. Why are you here?
Test scores are actually up.
That is not right. That is not.
We covered that live.
Stopping Trump or stopping record crime and record inflation?
Stopping Trump.
Stopping Trump.
Trump is crime.
I think you'll see more crime and more inflation if that maniac gets back into power. Are you serious? Are you really talking to me like this?
I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way.
Hillary Clinton says Trump supporters need to be deprogrammed. Do you agree?
They need to be deprogrammed.
Many Trump supporters don't know the facts.
You don't deprogram a human, but you deprogram a robot.
So you think Hillary's crazy?
I'm the life of every party I attend, and I've been to 3.
Senator, we have record crime, inflation, and wars. Why aren't we stopping Biden? No comment, Senator? Where did all the BLM money go?
I have no idea. I have nothing to do with BLM.
They're all living in mansions and no one could find the money.
Well, you know better than me. You ought to tell people.
Where's the money?
Out of all Trump's indictments, which one was your favorite?
I have 2 favorites. One, the way the documents were handled.
Georgia. Georgia, yes. January 6th, like that one probably.
What did he do on that day?
He encouraged it.
By saying march peacefully and patriotically?
That is not what I heard when I watched it.
Did you watch it on mute?
Oh, God.
Are you jealous that Trump lives in Mar-a-Lago?
That is one of the ugliest places I've ever set my set my eyes on.
What's the nicest place you ever stepped foot in? Applebee's?
I think Applebee's is probably nicer than Mar-a-Lago.
What a loser.
Did we do it?
Did we do what?
Did we stop Trump?
Don't know. We'll see.
How'd you stop him, Mr. Sharpton?
You tell him for me.
You don't want to answer? Now go in there and stop him.
You're kind of an ass.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
I thought that was a good one, so why not show it? Those people are so stupid. So stupid. They don't know anything. It's dangerous, really, to have people that stupid walking around making decisions, voting, and whatnot. Goodness. Goodness. They didn't know anything. I love all of that. They had Al Sharpton on there and stuff. He didn't want to answer none of that stuff. He's trying to be slick. He was like, you tell him you know more than me. Like, yeah, like you're not in the pockets of everybody. He's connected to everything that could be considered racism. He's really big on grift and all that. I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and then we're going to move forward. Still got a few videos left. 10 man, all the Dems voted for Jeffries. We'll see how it all turns out. Matt, paid protesters, nice that they finally admit it. Exactly. He was like, oh, so you guys are paid to be here. She didn't have nothing to say. And there seems to be no signs of intelligent life anywhere. Exactly. I don't know where that was. Maybe it was New York. I'm not sure. Just flipping through really quick. Matthew, this is very dangerous towards our democracy. I know, they parrot all that stuff. Space Race, she let it slip out. She did. She's like, I'm paid to be here. He was like, oh, you're getting paid? She was like, blew it. Soros will be sending in the demons to come get her anytime now. Sarah M. Sharpton will show up to your protest for 10K. Oh, I guarantee it. It's like trying to get a rapper to put a verse on your song. You got enough money, he'll show up for whatever. That's how they are. That is how they are. Pumpkin, they gotta be lizard people. They must like paying too much for food and gas. Zero, did you watch it on mute? Yeah, that stupid girl. She's like, he insinuated it. So by marching peacefully and patriotically? She's like, that's not what I heard. Like, of course not. God forbid you listen to anyone other than your own voice. It's understandable. As soon as she said it, was like, I see how you live your life. With your head as far in the sand as you possibly can. Unless CNN's on, then you go and get your speech ready. Yep. Just reading through. Space Baby, I'm losing IQ points. I know. These people are rough. They're rough. Shadow. McCarthy, Scalise, Emmers, Cole, Massey, and I don't know who else they voted for. Wasn't the radical extremists holding up the vote. Rhinos are doing it. That's what I keep hearing. DeRosa, CNN told me. Yep, and that's what they do. They literally just say what CNN tells them, and they just think that's gold. That's fine. And then it really kills me when they're like, yeah, Trump supporters don't even know their facts. They don't even look into the details. And what the hell do you think I do all day, lady? That's all I do is look into the shit. We're all in this together. We're getting the facts found. They're over there listening to CNN talking about how other people don't know the facts. Like, come on now. DeRosa, soft and stupid is the new left. Laundry detergent. Yep. That's what happened. All those people that are eating those Tide Pods, they just grew up to be these idiots. Big Wan Shan. They walk among us. Yep. I don't know how. They must not be chewing gum at the same time, because I don't think they could do both. Big Juan, Trump is a crime. Yeah. That lady was off her rocker. Trump is crime. I can't believe you would talk to me this way. Asking me questions. She started to call for help. Had to bust the mace out real quick. She's being attacked by white supreme pizzas on the street with microphones. Stupid. So stupid. Sean, did anyone else spank that like button for Jeff? I appreciate you, Sean. Thank you. Mark, why can't I rewind the stream? Is it on my end? No, YouTube did an update a while ago, a couple weeks ago, and they made it so you can't rewind the live stream. Now, for some reason, you can go to other channels and rewind the live stream, but you can't do it on mine, and I don't have any settings or anything that I can change to make it so you can. But if you go to Rumble, you can rewind the live stream. Appreciate you being here, Sean. Daryl, white supreme pizza rolls. That's what she was scared of. They were coming to get her. And that they need to be deprogrammed. Yeah, that was the scary thing in the videos. How many people agreed with that? That basically we should send Trump supporters to re-education camps. And they're like, yeah, that's what we need. I'm not radical by saying that. Like, what the hell? This ain't the CCP, lady. I'm glad it ain't up to you guys whether or not people are getting deprogrammed or not. Jesus loves us. That stuff is real scary, because those are the same people who would say, I don't agree with you, so you deserve to be in a detention camp. Like, you know, welcome to Auschwitz kind of stuff. That's that mindset, that they don't care about you. If you don't agree with them, you deserve to be wiped off the planet. That's how they are, you know, that's how they behave. That's how they live their life. That is dangerous thinking. It's okay to not agree on everything. It's fine. I don't know. Those people need to chill out. They can say stuff like that and at the same time believe they're not radicalized. And come on, man. So we're going to move on to this next one. It's titled, Moments After Judge Issues Gag Order on President Trump. He immediately tests it. Orange Eagle was like, yeah, you gag on this. Went on Truth Social, spoke his mind. I love it. I love it. These people are... News Nation is something. There's something. They ride that blue line fence. But every once in a while, they try and act like they're conservative. It's kind of flippy-floppy. They're a little flippy-floppy. But right here, they sound like blue team when they're talking about Trump.
Federal judge overseeing the election interference case against Donald Trump in Washington, D.C. imposed a gag order today. It's a limited one, but it's still something that his legal team fought long and hard to avoid. It prohibits the former president from making public statements attacking witnesses, prosecutors, or court employees who are involved in this federal case, which relates to the effort to overturn the 2020 election. Federal Judge Tanya Chutkan left the bench, came back, ruled that Mr. Trump cannot make or repost statements attacking the special counsel, Jack Smith, his staff or family, or Judge Chutkan's staff, recognizing he's a candidate for president who needs to talk about issues, including this one. He's still allowed to attack the Biden administration and the Justice Department. He's even allowed to suggest that his prosecution is politically motivated, and it seems he can attack the judge herself. Trump would immediately test the lines, posting to social media, terrible thing happened to democracy today, gag order, we'll appeal the gag order ruling. But I would think all of that is still fair game, meaning what he said there. But here's the thing many don't seem to appreciate. Gag orders are implemented all the time in high-profile cases. Defendants and their lawyers' ability to speak out is very often limited. And there's a fair argument to be made that if this were any other defendant, publicly calling the prosecutor crooked and deranged, potential witnesses delusional, and the judge highly partisan, very biased and unfair, that a gag order might have been implemented months ago. Hours after the gag order was imposed, he was back on the campaign trail in Iowa saying this.
They think the only way they can catch me is to stop me from speaking. They want to take away my voice. And a judge gave a gag order today. Did you hear that on speech? Which I believe is totally unconstitutional, what she did. A judge gave a gag order. A judge doesn't like me too much. Her whole life is not liking me.
Mr. Trump is not a legal expert, but Renato Mariotti is. He's the former assistant U.S. attorney for the Northern District of Illinois. Renato, what do you make of the ruling?
I have to say I was a little surprised by it, Dan, because it's a ruling that could potentially create an appellate issue. First Amendment issues are significant, and whenever you are trying to restrict someone's speech beforehand, that's something that courts take seriously. And of course, here we're dealing with a presidential candidate. So surprised she exercised her power in this way, given that she had plenty of other ways to keep Trump in check.
So how? I mean, if she didn't do something like this, how does she deal with the attacks, et cetera, that are coming on social media and beyond?
She has broad powers, for example, to manage her trial calendar. She could have easily just told him, as she suggested she was going to do earlier, that she would move up the trial date, for example, if he started to intimidate witnesses or made statements that were out of line. So I'm surprised that she went in this direction. You could see it's not only creating a campaign issue for him. I do think his lawyers are going to appeal this. I do think it's going to create problems for her, but I obviously decided she wanted to take on that risk.
Yeah, because, despite the fact that some of the comments are, sort of outrageous, there is a First Amendment right. And it seems, though, she's trying to walk a fine line here, right? Basically still allowing him to criticize her, but not her staff and not the special prosecutor. I guess I'm surprised that she was not allowing him to criticize Jack Smith. I would think that would have been considered fair game.
I agree. Jack Smith's a public figure. There's a lot of people on this network who criticize Jack Smith and who praise Jack Smith. And so I really think these are issues of public concern, and that's really what is fraught about this topic in general. When you're dealing with a defendant who is not only the former president of the United States, but a leading candidate for president, there are different rules when it comes to the First Amendment because these are issues of public concern. I really think this is a ruling that is going to create some issues on appeal for the judge.
Yeah, it was a close case. I expected a limited gag order. I, like you, expected it would be even more limited than it was here. But we shall see what happens. That's why Renato Mariotti gives us the straight talk. Thank you, Mariotti. Good to see you. That does it for us tonight. Thanks for watching.
Put a gag order on Trump. They're scared of Trump's speech. That's what it is. Oh my God, Google's trying to talk to me. Stupid. They got to silence Trump because everybody listens to Trump. He's the only person that is doing campaigning before the campaigns even start. Orange Eagle's been out there doing Trump rallies since he left I almost said the Orange Office. No, see, that's next. That's coming up. Since he left the Oval Office. He's been doing presidential stuff ever since he left the White House. And they can't stand it. They can't stand it. There's probably more people that pay attention to Trump posting truths on his platform than people watching Old Man Walter anytime he addresses the nation. Really, I think if Trump was to put out a serious message on Truth Social, I think Trump supporters would abide by it. Because people feel he is... How can I say this while YouTube's still watching? He's still king of the mountain, okay? He's still king of the mountain around here. He calls the shots. And I think a lot of Americans still feel that way. They still feel that way. So they think they can get him by trying to silence him and whatnot. And all they're doing is pissing everybody off because all the charges are nonsense. All the indictments are nonsense. It's all, like Trump says, a political witch hunt. Now they're taking away his free speech on top of it. And then ultimately, they're trying to put him in jail, trying to incarcerate him. So it's all they're doing is pissing everybody off. They're not proving any points. Yeah, the soft and stupid might think that they might actually get to see Trump in jail, which I don't know why they want to see that so bad. He hasn't caused half the problems Old Man Walter has in anybody's life. But they're just going to keep pissing everybody off and see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I worry if they were actually to imprison Trump, I worry how people would react. I feel like people would storm the castle. I kind of do. I don't want bad things to happen or nothing like that, but I kind of feel like they would. If they put Trump in a jail, people would go to the jail, and who knows what would happen. People really like Trump, and I think there's people out there that'd be willing to do just about anything to support him or free him from incarceration if it's, for the wrong reasons and whatnot. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, because I really think that there's nothing they won't do to stop him. And I think that they're just playing their cards in a specific order, but I worry if all else fails and he's still going to win the thing, that they'll do the ultimate thing. They'll do something permanent to him. And I worry about that stuff. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and then we will move forward. We have 2 more videos left. Let's see. Matt, Mr. Trump, any other former president would be referred to as president. So TDT is so strong. Yeah, I know any little way they can talk bad about President Trump, they do. They do. Any kind of little disrespectful thing they can say about him, they will. Like sometimes they'll say President Trump and then they'll reiterate former President Trump. Like, oh yeah, like we didn't know what was going on here. Remember, we voted. Okay, we're the ones that voted. But yeah, remind us how it all works. That's how the propaganda machine rolls. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. And that the gag order is unconstitutional. Well, they're trying to say that it's interfering with the court hearing, that it can put, I don't know if it's witnesses or members of the jury, I don't know, people involved, it puts them in danger of threats and violence is what's being said. That they need to limit Trump's speech because it's putting everyone in court at risk. That's their probable cause for standing on his First Amendment right. Rappy, I'm still voting for him no matter what. I know. That's why it's funny, but it's not funny. It's funny to watch this all go down because there's nothing they could do that's going to change anyone's mind who already has their mind made up that they're voting Trump all day. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many hoo-has he grabs. Doesn't matter how many speeches he gives. Doesn't matter how many times he swears or how many mugshots he takes. People who want to vote for Trump are still going to vote for Trump, and there's nothing you can do that's going to change anyone's mind. So it's funny to watch them try so hard and just fail. Just full-on fail. Now, the soft and stupid people believe this, but they believe anything. So that really matters a whole lot of nothing. What's sad about it is that Trump has to endure it. For us, it's just entertainment until we get to the polls. But for him, he has to live with this stuff. And as you guys can see, I don't handle stress very well. And so if I was in Trump's shoes, I'd be not looking good. I'd be gray and angry every time he saw me. And Trump, he's not like that. He's high hopes. He's saying the real deal. He's telling us how, how it is, what he thinks, how he feels. And a lot of times he's not sugarcoating it, and I really appreciate that about Trump. But I feel for him going through all of this because it's not just a financial thing. I don't think any of us could fight off what's happening to him financially. He's in a good spot financially, and luckily he can fight this kind of stuff because it's really a battle about money. Most of the time when you go to court, it's not about justice. It's about who has the most money usually wins the case. And so thankfully Trump has some money, and he can go through and fight these charges and stuff. And as long as we get to the polls, I think we're putting him in office. It's that or something bad happened. Something weird happened behind the scenes, or he's in office. That's all I believe. I don't think there's any way around it. Let's see. Serum, I want to grab a hoo-ha like Trump one day. I can't tell you guys my secrets, but I'm with you, Serum. I'm with you. I feel like President Trump every time I get an opportunity like that. I'm like, so this is what it's like to be president. You stop it, Serum. You get me all going over here. I'll say some stuff and get suspended on YouTube. We can't have that. Can't have that. Silverwolf, we just covered Trump's gag order. Didn't miss too much. It was more informative than anything else. Let's read through a chat really quick. Sam, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. I like that Trump's been calling out Pelosi for having power to defend the Capitol. He's been saying that the last couple times he's been live doing speeches. J6 will come up and he'll be like, oh, by the way, Nancy had all the power to call National Guard, and we were going to send in National Guard, and she said no. He's like, so don't blame me for how that went. Nancy had all the control to do something about it, and she chose not to. And it's like, yep, keep telling that truth. I like it. I like it. I can't wait till he goes to the Georgia hearing stuff. And he's like, oh, yeah, you guys think I'm out here lying about what happened in 2020? Well, here's this, and here's this, and here's this, and put that evidence out there. Wake those normies up. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's see. 0 positivity and solutions is what the Orange Eagle gives. I agree. I agree. Let's see. Shadow. Trump called someone a thug. Oh, no. I know. I know. Like, they don't say terrible things. Like, Blue Team doesn't say terrible things every time they stand up and open their face hole. Trump? Oh no, they always say he's a gangster and a mobster. Well, yeah, why do you think we like him? Sit your soft ass down. That's what I always think when I hear CNN and stuff spitting that propaganda. You're soft and stupid. You go sit down somewhere. I don't want to hear from you. Let's see, Shadow House back in session. Oh, they're just reviewing everything. Well, I think we'll know by the end of the day if we have a new speaker or not. DeRosa, white people can't say thug. I know, not allowed to do anything. It's appropriation of some sort, just existing, I suppose, at this point. One day we'll all get past it. DeRosa, the judge needs to gag on an orange starfish. She's trying to. That's why she's mad. Him and her, all of them. The prosecuting attorney and the judge, they both. They want to take turns. See, Orange Eagle, he won't give them a little sugar, and they want it, and he won't do it. And now they're like, we got to gag him before he tells on it. He's going to tell on us and our naughty tweets we've been sending him. He won't respond to our booty calls in the middle of the night. DeRosa, Trump said he's going to do them like they do us. Nothing fills my heart like that. That's exactly what I want to see. I want to see that all day. Shut down the FBI, shut down the CIA, shut down the IRS, take all those corrupt people out of Capitol Hill, hold them assholes accountable. I want to see all that stuff. I don't know if we'll get to see everything, but building a list over here. Things I'd like to see. Thank you so much, Mr. Beansy Beans, for the 500 bits over on Twitch. I really appreciate you, Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you so much for all your support. You're awesome. Let's see. What's up, Jerry? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. CB, we know what they're trying to do, and they don't like it. Yep. Exactly. What's up, Status Quo? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. I see everybody's paying attention to the house stuff going on. Right Side Broadcasting, I think, is showing it right now. So I figured we'd be getting some updates. Man, Jeffries needs 5 Republican votes to become Speaker. House is in recess at the moment. Thank you for the update, 10 Man. Let's see, Sam. I like hoo-has. I do too. Everybody likes titties. I don't know. Anyways, back to the news. This last one, or this isn't the last one. It's the one before last. It's titled "Dad Wears Crop Top and Jean Skirt to Protest School's Dress Code Policy." I like this. This is the kind of parenting I can get behind. Just a moment. All right, let's get it started.
Under the proposed policy, this would be appropriate in a classroom.
Did you want your kid wearing that at school?
Appropriate for a board meeting.
That was an Arizona father you saw stripped down to a crop top and jean shorts at a school board meeting to protest his daughter's school's new dress code policy. The conversation started in May when the school board met to discuss the dress code policy at Higley High in Gilbert, Arizona. The panel's progressive members argued the policy from 20-plus years ago disproportionately targeted female students. The proposal would have allowed exposed midriffs, spaghetti straps, and halter tops. And despite Father Ira Latham's valiant effort, the board eventually voted for the more lenient dress code by a 3-2 margin. And Ira is with us now. What possessed you to do this?
Yeah, Leland, honestly, this is a frustrated dad that has tried to argue the board. This is another example of this board and district just going rogue and doing whatever they want. This is the same district that had a superintendent that has been indicted on 18 counts of felony charges. Same district that illegally goes around Arizona law and sends teachers to training that has CRT training, so taxpayer dollars going to it, which is against Arizona state law, with the promise that if the teachers just plug their ears, they can get around that law. This is an example of them not listening to the vast majority of parents that came in and requested that we have a minimum standard for our children to be able to educate. They expect that the kids can just come in, cover their underwear, and the stars the limits, kids. But regular people, thinking people, understand that you have to have minimum standards for children to have a good educational experience.
I just want to know what your daughter said. Did you tell her you were going to do this?
So I actually have 4 kids. I have 3 boys, and my youngest is a girl. There was some report that I have a teenage girl that goes to Higley High. That's not true. But I did talk to my kids about it, and I said, listen, I'm doing this for this reason. And they understood and everything like that. And we're now in the process. We're going to pull our kids out of the district because our district just isn't listening. We're going to go to a charter school because they're just not listening to us.
I really, though, when you watch the video of yourself standing there in a halter top and Daisy Dukes, I'm wondering what's going through your mind right now as you watch the video back.
Yeah, this is the second time I spoke to the board. So this is the second time. So I went through how do you make your point better than, hey, this is not good for the education? Because everyone's conflating the argument to be it's about women and people policing women. Had nothing to do with women. That's not the argument. This is about children in the classroom and setting the minimum bar standard for them to have success in the classroom and at the end of that.
Do you think, and I've covered a lot of school board stories, right? I've never seen a father stripped down to this. We should have probably given people a warning. I mean that with no offense to you, but just, hey, people are eating dinner. Do you think people understand sort of how angry parents are these days?
No, because a lot of the time parents are busy. We're super busy. I work. They have the board meeting at 5 o'clock. It makes it really hard to be able to attend. And so I totally understand. But the minute you start you understand that your kids are in front of these people for 8 hours a day. So what's going on in the school? Yeah. Parents need to be paying more attention to it. So yeah, I get it that this looks like an extreme case.
It's hard. I got to run. It's hard not to pay attention.
And that was the whole point, is to make sure that common sense people could pay attention. Thank you.
I got to go. Thanks for watching.
I always think it's rude how they cut their guests off and they're like, I gotta go, stop talking, shut the hell up, I gotta go. I always think that's so rude. Just let them put the period on the sentence and let them go. That's some parenting I can get behind. And ultimately, he said he pulled his kids out of the school, and that's how it goes. I told you guys about on count day. Schools do count day, and that's for funding for the school. If you can't pull your kids out of school and you want the schools to listen to you, don't send your kid to school on count day. Because if everybody in town participates in that, it will hurt their budget so bad. And then they'll be begging for money and stuff. And then you're in power. You get to say, well, you guys don't listen to us. We're not giving you any money. We're not going to play your budget game. Fix it. Teach the kids to read, write, and do math. Not pledge allegiance to the rainbow flag. Not go in looking like prostitutes. You gotta get them by the short and curlies. Because otherwise they're funded by the government, so they behave like the government. They just get all corrupt and nobody says or does anything, and they just go, well, this is how it's always been, and this is how we're going to do things, and next thing you know, your kid's a weirdo. Don't want that. Nobody wants that. If you can't pull your kid out of school, hurt him on count day. They make a big fuss about it. You'll know. I bet you could call right now and see when count day is going to be. They keep their eye on it because that's how their budget is decided, by count day. Anyways, it's crazy that guy went in there, that dad went in there and did all of that, and then they still voted to have that go through. He went there looking rough, looking like an any-day prostitute, and they were like, yeah, we want our students to dress like this, and they voted for it. It's terrible. I mean, at least he pulled his kids out, but there's no good reason why children should be at school looking like that. None. You can't go into work like that. You got requirements for work. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. Sometimes you gotta have slacks. A lot of times you'll have a work uniform. These are things that you have to get used to. You go to a job, you're representing the job. Now, I don't think we need to go to full-on school uniforms or anything like that. That's a pain in the ass, especially if laundry's a pain. That's rough on the parents. But you can't just do whatever the hell you want. You dress appropriately. You're at school. Now, for the teachers and the staff to say, yeah, we want our students coming in with spaghetti straps and braless and hoo-ha hanging out the bottom of the skirt, those people are pedophiles. If they're passing stuff like that, that whole school board and staff needs to be looked at. They need some sort of analysis done, some digging into, because there's no reason that grown adults should be around children 8 hours a day while they're dressed like prostitutes. I mean, does that make sense to everyone? It makes sense to me when I was watching the video. Who the hell would want to see that? I remember a couple years ago, this is probably an ongoing thing, but I remember a couple of years ago when parents would be like, I can't even tell who's of age and who's not, because everybody dress loosely. The girls 12 are dressing like they're 25 and going to the club, and they're like, that's not right. Well, now the schools are kind of encouraging it by passing dress codes like this. Yeah, send your kid to school in leggings and in a crop top and have the goods all on display. Our staff really likes it. Like, what the hell? Should have to wear pants or shorts, t-shirt, long sleeve, or hoodie. That's it. That's it. And I know they make 20,000 variations of female shirts, and I have no idea why they do that. They do the same thing with unders too. Simplify it. T-shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, sweatshirt. It's all you're allowed to wear. Pants, shorts. That's it. That's it. You're there to learn, read, write, do math, go home. That's it. You're not walking the catwalk, not showing the goods to your little buddy or whatever's going on. You're there to learn and leave. That's it. They're trying to put too much crap in all these schools, and they're not even doing what they're there to do. It really reminds me of cell phones. Remember when all you did with these was talk on them? You just put them to your head and you talked, and now we do everything through them, and half the time the phone part of it sucks. You go to make a call and the signal's bad, or they can't hear you, or whatever. But at least it does everything else, and that's exactly how the schools are. They don't teach you how to read, write, or do math. They teach you how to do all this weird stuff like hate your own skin color, be worried about racism, worried about turning your wiener inside out, and all this other stuff, pledging allegiance to cults and stuff. It's teach the damn kids how to be a part of society, and then leave them the hell alone. Don't do any more than that. Jesus loves us. I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and then we will be moving forward to the last video of the day. Matt, they want our little girls to be whores. They do, because they're a bunch of weirdos at the school. It's all the path to pedophilia. They want us to be like Greece. They want it to be an option. They want it to be acceptable in society. That's what they're trying to do. They're like, oh, it's a preference. This person prefers this. That's why they're doing the maps. Don't call them maps. They are pedophiles. They should feel ashamed about it. They should feel terrible about it. They should do things that I can't say on the live, so we don't have to deal with them anymore. They shouldn't even be a part of society. Those are messed up people. We're not going to adjust to accept them and normalize their corrupt behavior. They are evil, and they're not going to change. I wish they would, but if you're a person that hurts kids, I ain't never seen somebody like that change. And nobody's willing to give you a second shot to see if you changed or not. So you might as well just hit the reset button, because we ain't got space on this side of the planet for pedophiles. Can't play the game. Can't play the game with that. Draw the line right there. We're not becoming Greece. Just saying. Just saying. Man, you crack me up. Let's see, Matt. We took our daughter Halloween shopping the other night. Even the little girl costumes are provocative. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's hard to even be a kid anymore. You get these cell phones 10 years old. Now you have the world's knowledge right here at your fingertips. They see everything and anything, and they behave like adults. Like when we were teenagers and we were like, we're grown, we do whatever we want. That's because we had enough TV in our system to where we could imitate adult behavior. So as soon as we were able to understand and imitate, we started behaving as if we were adults. Although we were 13, 14, 15, we had no authority over anything. We still tried to behave that way. We wanted to be adults too. We wanted to be accepted in the world. Well, now they have cell phones. So now there's 10, 12-year-olds that are behaving like we did when we were 15 and 16 years old. So that means from birth till 10, that's all you get as a child now. That's childhood right there. Your innocence lasts right there. In the Bible, it describes it as being about somewhere between 6 and 8 years old. You're described as your innocence. As soon as you become conscious of your surroundings and how you fit into the world, that's where you're no longer innocent by default, according to the Bible. And according to everyday life, that's childhood. Your childhood lasts about till you're 8 to 10 nowadays because of cell phones. Because now they can see everything. They can try and get an understanding, or their version of an understanding, and then they want to behave like adults. And then the schools are enabling them. Oh, you want to wear a skirt and you're showing with no unders in the butt? Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. You're in junior high. Yeah, that's fine. Come bring that here. No, that is messed up. Those people are pedophiles. They should be looked into. And at Sodom and Gomorrah, yeah, it's all evil. It's all evil and corruption. The devil works nonstop to pervert everything that God has ever created. That's how it is. They pervert everything. Everything is a perversion when it comes to the evil. Like I was telling you guys a couple days ago, I can't remember what day it was. Maybe it was Saturday. I was saying, you know, everybody seems to be playing the part they're supposed to play. It's just, who do you work for? You work for God or you work for the devil? And you can tell by the fruits of your labor. Obviously, you have a skill and you're using it, whether you're dealing drugs, selling used cars, selling pharmaceuticals as a professional or otherwise. That's a great example right there, selling pharmaceuticals. If you work at a pharmacy and you're a tech, you're a professional, you're selling medicine that helps people, you could be doing the right thing. You could be selling pills on the street corner to 16-year-olds who want to get high. You're doing the same job. One's for the effort of being good, and one is for the effort of just serving your own sin. That's how you can tell, who do you work for. You're here doing the job regardless. You were given a set of skills and you're out here using them. Who are you working for, though? Who's your employer in this situation? You could tell by the fruits of your labor. And looking at the school behaving like that, they're up to no good. They're up to no good. Matthew John Kirby, used car salesman. I know. Captain Hot Dog Fingers. He's like the iconic used car salesman. Ugly, big, goofy tie. Kind of run down looking. Waving his hot dog fingers like this. Promising good things to come. Like, I don't know. Captain Hot Dog Fingers. Let's see. Space Ghost. The curriculum at schools nowadays is like the media outlet. They teach what's popular in the headlines, not actual lessons being taught. I agree. Just reading through really quick before we get to this last one. Billy, every flag except for the USA. I know. And they do. They want every flag. They're proud and prideful of every flag they come across, no matter the cause. Now they got Middle Eastern flags all over Twitter and stuff. Anything but the bars and stars. There's still people out there that see the American flag and they associate it with Trump. I wonder if that'll ever end. I wonder. I'm scared that 20-year-olds will grow up and be like, that's the Trump flag. No, that's America's flag, you poor stupid thing. Too bad the school didn't teach you how to read and write. It's going to make it a lot more difficult to explain your rights to you. Poor stupid thing. Let's see. Appeal to heaven. When I get mad, I say God bless America and Jesus loves us. That's great. Yeah, I do too. When I was a chaplain, when I first became a chaplain, I had a hard time not saying Jesus. I'd be like, oh, Jesus. And everybody in the room would give me that eye. Like, yo, what the hell are you doing? And so I started being like, Jesus loves us. And they're like, they look at me and they're like, I can't. I broke it. You know what I mean? I found the workaround, found the loophole, and it worked out. And I don't know. I think people take that stuff too seriously. I know what it says in the Bible and all that, but you know, the names that we call these biblical figures aren't even their actual names. They're just names that either translated to or names that we came up with for ease of being able to say it. Is all in Hebrew and stuff, you know, like Yahweh and things like that. So a lot of it is lost in translation. I think people get too high up on their high horse and judge others. Like, you know, if you're like, hit your thumb with a hammer or whatever, you're like, Jesus, and they're like, oh, you're taking the Lord's name in vain. Not if that's not really the Lord's name. That's a nickname, just so we all know who we're talking about, to prevent you from taking his name in vain. But instead of becoming educated like that, too busy pointing fingers at other people, telling them what they should and should not be doing, which is also against the Bible, or you know what I mean, against God in the Bible. So you can't pick and choose your sin to be the better person over someone else. It's not your job to judge somebody else. Same thing with cursing. People think cursing is swearing, which is hitting your thumb and saying fuck. But if you say fuck you, that's cursing. You are cursing someone. You are wishing ill intent on somebody with your words. Casting spells is the witchcraft in the Bible. So people get too busy worrying about judging others and don't even see the whole picture. But I do run that. I'm like, Jesus loves us and God bless America all day, because I'm clumsy. because I'm a little clumsy. Yep, nothing like breaking your kneecap open. You're like, Jesus loves us. People think you're over there praying and stuff. Really, you're trying not to have a meltdown in the parking lot at Walmart. Thank you so much, Watson, for that the $50 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. Watson says, keep the faith. Swap the engine. Patience is always hard, but go ahead and ask us for some help. Well, I really appreciate you, Watson. Thank you so much. So I am going through it with the car, but you guys were so generous about helping me get the car that I can't ask for help on the whole engine block thing. You guys have been very generous, and I've been I'm just informing you guys on what's happening because of all of your support and stuff, and that's why I haven't been asking for help with doing this cracked engine block thing. I'm just updating you guys on it. And then last night, having technical problems, we were only live on Twitch and YouTube, I think, and I ended up wrapping the live up after 13 minutes because I couldn't even reach everybody. But I did give the update about what's going on with the car, the cracked engine block and stuff like that. But then I had a lot of people write me and tell me that I'm grifting and that I'm just begging for money, and I am not doing that, and I don't want you guys to think I am. I'm just genuine, and I'm honest, and I'm being transparent because you guys helped me out getting the car, and so I'm just updating you on what's going on with the car. I am not grifting. I am not trying to beg for money or anything like that. We're a family, and this is how family is. You're going to have to look at me while I'm going through good times, bad times, or ugly crying on the live. We're all family, and so that's how I treat this. And I don't want you guys to think I'm grifting you. I will show you, okay? I'm going to try and get pictures of that cracked block today because I want to show you. Like, I'm not making this shit up. I wanted to send you a video of me twerking in my new Subaru, but instead I found out that the block is cracked on the motor. So instead, that's how the day went. I don't know how else to explain it. Hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. Let's see. Just flipping through the chat really quick. DeRosa, those people aren't real hooligans. Forget them, Jeff. I believe you're on the money with that. Those names that were writing me that kind of stuff were not names that I'm familiar with, and I know all the hooligans' names. And so I take it as a grain of salt, but I also have concerns that there is hooligans that feel that way, and they just maybe don't feel right stepping up and saying that. And so I just thought I would go ahead and get my feelings out about it, just in case people do feel that way. I want to reassure them that's not what this is. This is not how I want to do things. I'd rather my car work and send you guys funny videos from inside the Subaru that you helped me get. That's what I want. That's the goal, is not, those insinuations by awful people. DeRosa, don't drink the haterade, only the twisted tea. Yeah, that twisted tea put me to bed yesterday. I drank half of it in that 13 minutes that I was live, and I drank the other half right after the live, and I went and laid down. Woke up at I don't even know, 2 o'clock in the morning. Bunny game, mother fire. What does this say? Mother fire trucker. That's a good one. It's a mouthful. You get done saying that, you ain't even angry anymore. Yep. Mother fire trucker. There's a place here in Michigan in Grand Rapids. It's called Frederick Meyer Garden. It's a neat place. They have lots of art there. They have a butterfly garden, which is really cool to be in, and it's all like a greenhouse and stuff. It's lots of cool things, especially if you have a family. It's a really great place to go check out. But for the longest time, I used to say that. Before I was a chaplain, I'd be like, Frederick Meyer Garden. Stub your toe or something in the middle of the night on the way to the fridge. Let's see. Pesky, we'll be sending feet pics soon. I know, I'm getting there. I'm gonna have to pay off this car somehow. I'm gonna have to wiggle the toes for some doll hairs. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Craig? Happy freedom. F the haters. Where were they in 2019 or 2020 when you were bringing the truth live? Absolutely, Craig. I really appreciate you. Absolutely. We might be in those times again. We'll see how this next year goes. Well, all these people, these protesters, are already getting all lit up over the Middle East. We might see some protests. That might be what kicks it off. Who really knows? All I know is it'll be interesting. We'll be getting some action this next year. This is undeniable. It's an election year coming up. It's undeniable. We're going to see aliens and probably more people turn their wiener inside out and some barking from the protesters. I don't know. I don't know. I have a list of things that I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting some things to catch me off guard too, because that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Hair Juicer, you're the only news that I pay for. Well, I really appreciate you, Hair Juicer. Thank you so much. Let's see. Appeal to Heaven, Florida isn't helping Hamas. Governor DeSantis is stopping it. I don't know anything about any of it. Serum, I'd like to get a little action before the end of the year. I'm saying. Serum, you crack me up. Yes. Hey, I appreciate you, Pumpkin. JT3, yeah, I mean, it happens. I just wanted to clear the air in case Hooligans did feel that way. I don't want people thinking I'm up here doing buffoonery. I'm here to be honest and to show what's actually going on, and for us to be united and figure out a way to make America great again on our own, you know, while we wait for Trump to do his thing. And that's it. You know, I don't do the whole grifting thing. Not at all. Alright, Hooligans, we're going to move on to this last video here. It is titled, 3 Alabama Hospitals Stop Delivering Babies. Now, I think this is concerning. Elon Musk has spread some light on this, saying that young people are having less babies than like ever before. And although we don't see any problem with that right now, we will in the future when it's time for those young people to take the place of older people that are retiring, or, you know, maybe kick the bucket or whatever happens. And what are we going to do when there's no one there to take that place? We're going to see like society dip in numbers big time, in a bad way, not just a good way, like thank God I won't have lines at Walmart anymore, because I feel you, but in a bad way. We won't have enough people to keep the economy rolling and stuff, because we'll be short people, which is kind of a crazy thing to think about. But he's spreading a lot of awareness about it. That's not exactly what this video has to do with. But it's interesting that they limited the access to curing yourself of pregnancy, and now they're limiting access to having babies at all. And so that's kind of a weird thing, but let's get into it.
A growing number of hospitals all across the country, they're closing their maternity units, citing issues with staffing and rising costs.
Think about how scared you'd be if you were an expecting mom or a parent. This includes 3 birthing and delivery units in Alabama just over the next few weeks alone. And it's forcing moms to have to drive further and further, sometimes as far as 3 counties over, to get the care they need to deliver their babies. Stephanie Haynes joins us live to explain. And Stephanie, some of these mothers have to drive up to 90 minutes away for care.
Yeah, good morning. That is exactly the reality, especially in Alabama. As you said, some families are driving up to 2 or 3 counties away just to find the closest maternity ward. And some of those in the medical community say this could be dangerous for both mother and baby.
When it comes to having a baby, time matters. Driving to a hospital far away from home is becoming the reality for more and more expectant mothers. In Alabama, 3 hospitals will shutter their maternity units in the next few weeks, leaving mothers like Alicia Bowen looking for a new doctor at 28 weeks pregnant.
I should be picking out cribs, not doctors. My initial reaction is that I was devastated for myself. It changes my birth plan quite significantly.
Bowen will need to drive 90 minutes away to a hospital in Mobile for her December 28th due date. She may not be alone. More than 5.5 million women live in areas with little to no access to maternal care, according to the organization March of Dimes, which says hospitals are faced with staffing and recruitment issues, as well as rising costs and low birth volume, particularly in the more rural areas.
We are a small community, and so you have to be willing to come to a small community to work.
Belinda Dorrance was a nurse for 40 years at one of the Alabama hospitals facing a maternity closure and says important connections will be lost.
The relationship between an expectant mom and her delivering physician is so special.
The hospital issued a statement reading in part, quote, "We understand the profound impact this may have on expectant families in our community. Please know that we have explored every possible avenue to maintain this service."
And a separate hospital group that has plans to close 2 maternity wards at hospitals in the Birmingham area also released a statement saying that this was made after careful consideration and that this will allow these hospitals to, quote, focus more on the services that the patients expect them to provide. And we also reached out to the Alabama Department of Health, but did not hear back. Marky, Adrian.
It can also be a really emotional time for an expectant mom to have that kind of change her plans. Thank you, Stephanie. I know we're going to be speaking with a doctor from one of those very hospitals a little later on. Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation now.
It's not good. It's not good. We're starting to see symptoms of what Elon was saying. I'm sure they'll make it a good thing. You know, they're constantly telling young women that to have children and have a husband is oppression. It's bad for women. You should be out there doing bad bitch things, you know, making money and being loose and being drunk and taking drugs and not being accountable for your actions and behaving like a obnoxious idiot. That's good for in the empowerment of women is what they're selling to young females, unfortunately. And so this is going to be right up there. There's young people who are going to see this and be like, "Oh, who cares? I don't plan on crapping kids out anyways. Who cares?" It's a big deal. It matters. And I feel like having family can bring you happiness. It can bring you stress, but it can bring you happiness that you can't really get anywhere else. You guys know I'm not very close to my family and stuff like that. When I fall on tough times, as I do, I don't have a base to come home to. You know, you lose your house or something bad happens, you come back to mom and dad's house or mom or dad's house and you know, set up shop for a little bit, sleep on the couch for a week or two, try to regain what you're going to do here, get a plan together. Maybe they could slide you a few doll hairs to help you out. I don't have that. If I became hopeless, God, I hope I never become hopeless. If I became homeless, I'd be sleeping in the street. I don't have anywhere to go. If I need a few doll hairs, all I got is you hooligans to be generous or nothing, you know, and that's fine. Of course, I could go get another job, but what I'm saying is I don't have help. And so not making a family, being told to not get in relationships, meaningful relationships, don't get married, that kind of stuff, they are destroying the family. This is all done by design. Having, you know, we've seen it so many times. Mom shows up, kid's been killed. He was in an engagement with an officer, behaving ignorantly, not following commands, died because of it. Mom shows up with 5 other kids, all act the same way and talk about how he was such a good boy, running around with guns and drugs in a stolen car. He was such a good boy. That's what they say. Where's dad? Dad's gone. Nobody knows. Look how that goes. It goes terrible. And everybody knows what's going on. Everybody sees it. Everybody knows what to expect. But they want to do it to all of us. They want to break everyone down on your way up. As you are growing up, they want you to believe family's bad. Marriage is bad. Having kids is bad. Being whole is bad. They want you to be independent because it's easier to knock us out if we're one by one versus being united. If you have households that are families, if you have neighborhoods full of families, the neighborhood is strong. You know, it's synergy. Everybody's running. We are an actual society at that point. So they break down the family. We're just little markers here and there for them to turn the lights out. And that's how they want us. They want it that way. And to see hospitals shutting down because of lack of birth and all that kind of stuff scares the hell out of me. Like, and I can't even crap babies. Despite what the news will tell you, I can't do that. And it scares me to think that that's happening because we should have all the resources for growth possible. If you're going to build society in any kind of way, like you need education, build schools, have access to building schools. We need more places to give birth. We need to train staff, get this kind of stuff situated. Anything that can encourage growth of us as people, as a society, we should have the resources to it. To have hospitals say that they're cutting off the birth unit, well, then that just means the rest of it is handling death. That's the only part of the unit that is life. Everything else is death and prolonging, reaching it. That's all it is. You're just treating sick people. The birth unit, that I can't even remember what it's called, that's the only one where life comes through. And you guys are going to shut it down? Well, now it's just a building of death. And it's like, I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. Let's see. What is going on here? Oh, Rumble's doing something. Somebody said Russell Brand just went live or something, so maybe we're getting hit with the servers. I keep restarting the live on Rumble. But it's also affecting the website because the player that's on the website wasn't functioning correctly. So everybody on the website has a embedment of the Rumble player. So because Rumble is experiencing problems, everyone's experiencing problems, which sucks. You would think I would like problems at this point because that's all I deal with all the time. Let's see if I can get this fixed. I can't tell if we're live or not. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me right now. I hate all these stupid problems. I'm saying if I could find a service that worked as hard as I do, we'd be in business. But everything seems to die before I'm ready to call it a wrap. All right, so we are back over there. All right. Well, before we get too far, we're gonna do the Pledge of Allegiance and we're gonna wrap this up. We're not playing the game today. I'm still dealing with the stupid car crap and figuring everything out, and I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. So we're not doing the game thing today. Hopefully we'll be able to sometime this week. I don't know. Right now the news is the priority and then the car. That's how everything is running in my life. So we'll see about the game. Make sure you're a part of Gilded. Gilded is free. It's the best place to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, tons of hooligans in there keeping the conversation going. We have a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. You can access it from your computer or from your phone. You can download the app on your phone and get the notifications just like everything else. That's how I use it. Please join Gilded. You can find it on the link tree. Maybe Snooks will post the Gilded link for you. I'll drop the Linktree link in all the chats if you guys would like to donate or join a membership program or get some cool merch or any of that stuff. You can do all of that from the Linktree, but you can also join Gilded from there. I ask you to go ahead and do that. It's free, like I said. Everything you need is right here on the Linktree. Thank you so much, Mr. Beansy Beans, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. I appreciate you, Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you. All right. What's up, D? Happy Freedom. All right, looks like we're good to go. You know what time it is. All right, hooligans, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. I think we're good to go. Hopefully still. I think we're good. We're good for now. Either way, I will see you hooligans tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Hopefully I have an update about my card and everything else. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I would not be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for all your support and all of your help with the car and everything. It really means everything to me. I will see you guys on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.